off, I'd like to introduce our team first. So we identify our team as TogetherTown, and we also have worked on a small product named TogetherTown itself. So the product is about community engagement, and I'll just start off. Before starting off, let me just introduce the team member as well, starting with myself, Osmit, and we have Judas over there, and Ria and Yubin. So yeah, let's start with the introduction. So TogetherTown, as I said, it's a community engagement app. So the main vision of this project is to link up volunteers with the social works or any social activities that they can take part with. So what we want to do is we want to build a system which enhances and improves the way a volunteer can look up into the events and find their areas of interest for the community activities that they would like to join. And basically, what we want to do is we want to bridge that gap where any volunteer would not be able to find the right point of interest in terms of their social engagement or any kind of volunteer that they want to do. So starting off with the problem statement, what are the problems that we currently see in our communities? So limited awareness of volunteer opportunities. So yeah, even myself, I could find some events that have already been organized in the past, and I feel like I missed that. So this could be a way that a volunteer could register into the system and look around the events happening to them. We have not built all the system in full-fledged, but we have some feature enhancement that we'll be working on down the line, which would introduce notifications and stuff, which would let you know the point of interest that you might have according to your profile and the attributes that you've set up in the system, which matches with the events that's going around you nearby as per location, and also as per the point of interest in terms of the categories that you might want to be involved in, because there would be a different type of community activities to take part in. The other is time constraints. So people have very busy schedules. They can't just be joining any event that they see around. So they need some more options so that they can find the right time schedule that would be feasible for them to take part with. So that's something that we want to solve, and we see there's a problem in the time constraints for the volunteers to take part in. And the retention and motivation. So this is about retaining the volunteers and motivating them towards providing more to the society as a volunteer. So how we want to do this is we have thought of few gamification in the project itself, in the app itself, which would basically provide you some sort of level and badges in terms of your activities and engagement in the community activities. Also, we want to track the attendance, the time, the span that they have put on into the community activities, which would basically let us know that, okay, this volunteer has given us a lot, we can reward them with something. So that could be something that could be monitored via system. The award system is something that the community want to look around with what they can do about the engagement, which basically motivates the volunteers to take part in more of the social activities. So the project vision, empowering communities through volunteerism, a quote. Yeah. And let's move into the project vision and objective. So yeah, like I talked about the constraints that we had and the problems that we want to solve into, this basically the project basically solves the problem in these different areas. Increase volunteer engagement. So we want to provide a user-friendly platform which simplifies the way a volunteer can look into the events and take part into events. So we want to make a very friendly UI and very easy system that anybody would love to use. And enhance event coordination. We want to streamline the management of voluntary events for organizers. So basically this also involves we have only built the volunteer dashboard right now, but what this system can expand into is something like an admin panel where communities have admins who keep records of the events in the system. and the management of the events as well as the volunteers. They can also like track what events are upcoming and how many volunteers have taken part into it. Do we have sufficient volunteers or we need more volunteers? So these kind of things can be managed from the admin dashboard. Promote community awareness, also raise awareness about various causes and volunteer opportunities within the community. So we want to focus into the awareness as well as this project, and measure and amplify impact. So what this is about is we can also track the engagement that the volunteers have in our system with attendance system, some kind of. We also want to check in and check out, and the similar system that we have in our workspaces like Rigo. And we can like track the amount of hours that they have dedicated into the communities, which would basically allow us to measure and amplify the impact as well. And foster continuous engagement. So this is about keeping the volunteers motivated and engaged over time. This is all about like fostering the community engagement in the communities itself. So I'll be moving on into the user interface now. So this is a prototype that we built before our development. So I'll just go through some screens. So this would be the TogetherTown login page where a volunteer can log in as of now. And we have homepage. Let me give you an idea of how a homepage will look. So as soon as a user logs in, so he is welcome saying, "Hi, Joseph." And some statistical data like joined 2 events, upcoming 10 events. So these could be based on the matches of the event around this area. So what we've thought is we can have a configuration where you can like put on a radius that you want to like get notified about the events. So your radius could be 5 kilometers. So the upcoming events would be around that 5 kilometers radius. So that's just an idea which is not already implemented, but yeah, those could be mapped here in terms of the upcoming events that user want to be participated in. And the list of campaigns over there, all services, enrollment, education. So there are some categories that you can like filter through so that you can find the right events that you have interest in. And also we have like, I talked about badges. So there's a badge saying 0. So that would be the initial starting level of the badge, which would basically improve gradually as you take part in more events, and the statistical data gathers up to like level you up in terms of those engagement. And some notification system which we could also use in terms of notifications regarding new events around you and the points of interest that you might have in those events. Let me move into the next screen, detail page. So the detail page would be around the event and how basically a volunteer could join into the event. So as you click into one of the events listed in the previous screen, you would see the event details such as this. So we have Bagmati cleaning campaign over here. How many people have already joined? You can see that as well. There are a few information about the event date, time, location, and also if the event is free of cost or not. So this is, we are based on, right now we have just thought about the free events, but yeah, this could obviously expand into some event that would like require some cost, but yeah, that's not the motive, but we could have that. And also the location guideline over there, which could guide you to the location and some suggested events. So this is just a prototype, not a real demo. We will jump into the demo after this one. Also some historical data for a volunteer regarding what events a volunteer has joined into, and also a filter that would allow him or her to look into the upcoming events as well. It goes like that. So that's just a history screen and a user profile screen where you could share information and reward points. Those are calculated in terms of the engagement and the contribution that a volunteer himself has done towards the community, and some settings for the user and logout. So So yeah, these were the things that we wanted to build today, but went into the feature enhancement as we couldn't complete it. So what we want to look into the future is basically communication. We want to introduce in-app messaging, announcement, email integration, which could be forwarded to the volunteers for some surveys or any kind of stuff. We also have surveys over there already. So those things could be integrated via email. Also announcement for the upcoming events, and the in-app messaging, which would let the volunteers communicate with themselves using the app. So the event management would be the admin panel that I talked about earlier, which would allow an admin to register the events into the system. Also event calendar for users, which could be utilized to see the list of events at a glance. And feedback surveys, basically these would be about the surveys that would be pushed out to the volunteers after they take part in any kind of events for some feedback collection or anything that volunteer wanna share. And TogetherTown, building stronger communities, one volunteer at a time. Just a quote for this project. And lastly, Q&A session if you have any questions.
That's something that.
Thank you guys.